Okay, had some drama and dog and kitty drama. And I could have pressed the pause button, but I pressed the stop button. Actually, I just closed the whole thing down. I don't know. I got overwhelmed and just like I was afraid the dog was going to come in the house, and it was a whole thing. So anyway, there could be I was talking about drama too, and all of a sudden like that happened. That got my adrenaline going. Okay. So, anyway, I was talking about closure. To get closure, I needed to go and close my door and bring the cats in, because I was like, okay, that's enough. That's enough for today. Okay, so so now we have F. What's wrong? We have growth. What's wrong? We have dogs coming. Oh, okay. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. So okay, so I picked that. I'm gonna go for my, if I can grab it, my goddess deck. Goddess. So what's wrong here is growth. It's funny, I could hear it happening. The dog got away from, it's like somebody opened the door and the dog came running down the stairs, knew my cats were there. And anyway. Okay, moving on. All right, so what is this growth about? Why is this wrong? Five of Pentacles. Okay. Uh-huh. Yeah. Ooh, we've got two. Okay, so we've got Queen of Cups in reverse, and we've got Sacrifice, which is, oh, and here comes Charlie. Which is Justice, right? No. Hangman. Oh, that's your energy. Pisces, Sacrifice. Interesting. Okay, so this feels like you have incurred a loss. I was getting that feeling with this Four of Pentacles earlier, right? And maybe you feel left out in the cold. Maybe you have left somebody out in the cold. But this can also be like some kind of loss. This feels financial to an extent. Where you are dealing with a queen of, okay, so this could be you feeling kind of emotionally unstable or emotionally chaotic, all over the place, not really having access to your intuition. This could be somebody who you've been dealing with, say it's a family member, or a friend or someone who is a part of it's like, a part of that. I keep saying it like a toxic relationship or something. Somebody who is not able to hold the space for you. And if this is you, like there's a huge sacrifice here. Sacrificing your own growth, whether that's regarding somebody else or that is some way in which you are stuck within yourself. Because you feel like you have to sacrifice for the greater good, for the whole. All for one and one for all just popped into my head, except there is no all for one. It's always for everyone else. And the problem is it's directly affecting your self-love. Oh, and she's holding a baby, because this is Kuan Yin. Kuan Yin is, you know, it's all about compassion, right? And other things too. But there is some kind of financial sacrifice. There's some kind of emotional sacrifice as well. Something that, God, she looks like she's crying. No, she's not crying. She has her hand up. And she's just, the sun is shining behind her. But, you know, in reverse, she probably is crying. Really emotionally unstable energy here that is affecting your growth. Because of, yeah, this sacrifice could speak to a loss that is causing you to feel some kind of huge emotional, it's like an emotional loss. And it's affecting, it could be affecting your growth in I don't know, in financial growth, emotional or spiritual growth. She's holding a timepiece. There's been something that has been going on some amount of time, and we have the motorcycle confirmation there. Okay, so going with another deck that I rarely use, my Thoth, said many different ways. So this is where you need more info. You've got this power here. And we have, oh, I need my glasses. This is the this is the Emperor. Emperor in reverse. Interesting. That's Aries energy. The Knight of Swords, which in this deck is the King. King of Swords in reverse. What is this about? And Strength in reverse, which is the Nine of Wands in reverse. There's this clash of the Titans. This is this is a big fight right here. That is sapping somebody's strength. You may not, I don't know, you may have kind of an inkling of what this is about. This could be happening behind the scenes and you don't even know. But there's a loss of power and strength because of this. There's something happening here between these two. It could even be that it could even be where it's a couple different people that are part of this Five of Wands that are key players in this kind of group that are very in it for themselves, but not because they have any amount of self-love. This is all coming from a, woundedness. The Emperor in reverse, this is the control freak who is that way because they feel completely out of control. Someone who isn't above doing whatever they need to do to get what they want. And my way or the highway. The Knight/King of Swords is, really can either use the truth as a weapon to hurt, or pretends to be about the truth, but isn't truthful at all. Both of these very harsh energies, very difficult energies. And so whether these are people within the group that you're dealing with, or there's something like maybe you identify with one of these, there is losing strength and power. There's something here where in order to regain your power, you need to retreat. You need to focus on you and get out of this energy, because it's like a kind of like a whirlpool or a tornado. It's something that sucks you in, and once you're in, it's tough to get out of until things die down. Until, and if you feel somehow beholden to somebody, it can be difficult to extract yourself, because when it's tough, you're like, oh my God, I need to get out of here. But then when things calm down, you're like, okay, well, things aren't as bad right now. So I can kind of ignore what happened. But it's like the kind of thing that just keeps happening over and over again. And you're aware of this. Becoming aware, at least. So, okay. So what can you do? We have the void here. This is absolutely about, is that what I want? I'm going to get some cards from the Moonology deck, actually. This void speaks to me. This person is laying there in the dark, alone. This is kind of going within, resting, focusing on yourself, getting away from the drama. Emotions are running high, super moon. Yes, they are. Yeah, I feel like you may have been dealing with some kind of emotional manipulation as well. If I didn't already say that. Hold your vision, fixed moon. Bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. Self-love. This is recognizing that you do not need to stay in this situation, even though you may have been told for a long time that that's what you're supposed to do. And so there's part of you that could be like resisting that, but this is knowing that it's okay to choose yourself first. It's okay to step back and say, I don't want to be a part of the drama anymore. And it doesn't mean you don't love anybody. It just means you are choosing to love yourself first. Bring love into the situation. This is also recognizing that who you are dealing with, they also lack self-love. And so having compassion, recognizing that they're just human too. They have their wounds that they're struggling with. And hold your vision speaks to the awareness that you are gaining around the situation, where you recognize that you are important. You are. You deserve to have a voice. You deserve to have a say in what happens. And if you are not being listened to, if someone is trying to control you, you are allowed to say, I'm not going to feed into that anymore. That doesn't work for me. But kindly, right? And so the void is that place where all possibilities exist. It's kind of getting back, it's ground zero in a way. Although I think usually that implies like some kind of huge, like, leveling the playing field. But maybe that's exactly what needs to happen. This is you kind of going within, going to that place of, how can I completely change? I just saw 1444 on the timer. How can I bring my own emotions into balance? because especially if you've been emotionally manipulated, it can be very difficult to even know like which way is up whenever you're dealing with someone, especially like King of Swords in reverse can be like very strong narcissistic tendencies. Emperor too, because the Emperor is all the kings. If you're dealing with narcissists, there's not a lot you can do. Or people with narcissistic tendencies. There's, retreating is usually the best thing you can do, extracting yourself from the situation. And that in itself is tough because, people with those tendencies don't want you to go away because they get a part of their power comes from being able to manipulate you. And so if you start to leave, they're going to do everything they can to get you back. And so that's why bringing love into the situation is so important, because you haven't, okay, so how do I say it? It's so important, because that is the thing that is, as long as you keep that in your pocket, as long as you hold on to that understanding, self-love, that you are just as important as anybody. In fact, you are the center of your own universe. You are even I don't want to say that. It's not that you're more important, but it's because of how you've been handled. It's recognizing where you have given your power away, and it's time to take your power back. Yeah. Okay, so let's go to the Forest Spirits Oracle. Elephant Spirit, strength and wisdom. By utilizing your exceptional memory, you can steadily solve your life and social structure. Using your memory. Your exceptional memory. This is sort of analyzing and assessing where you've been, how it's made you feel, using this awareness to figure out, oh, I got water, to figure out what you need to do to move forward in a way that is going to be helpful for you, to what's going to nourish you. And that doesn't mean doing something at the expense of someone else, even if you feel they deserve it. Let the universe handle the justice part of things. All you need to do here, I believe, is focus on, how you can steadily solve your life and social structure. And that's been the challenge, is this steady process in reverse. So using that awesome mind of yours to turn things around. Wood Nymph, magic touch. Use your gentle touch and intention to restore balance and heal yourself and others. And that speaks to bringing love into the situation. And hold your vision. Bringing love and that gentle touch that you have to restore balance and heal yourself and others. Because maybe these people need someone to model what it looks like to put yourself first in a loving and kind way. Snail Spirit, patience. Slow down and take care of yourself, and know you will arrive in perfect divine timing. Yeah, there's no rush to this. Again, the awareness is the first part, and then there is a period of time where you're going to have to continue to come back. It's like becoming aware of your thinking and working on changing that. And slow and steady. Just keep working at it. Keep doing a little bit every day. Notice when you start to fall back into certain ways of thinking, and have some thing in place that you're like, oh, I'm thinking this. Okay, I want to think about the opposite. I want to, do something that gets me out of my head when I'm in this, in this habitual kind of thought process. So, however that looks for you, but, keep bringing in the love, and you will steadily get to where you want to go, which is away from the drama. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, wherever you are in the world, and I will see you on the next video. Mwah.